What are you doing? You gonna sit? You gonna be in the video too? Yeah. What do you think? He's like, nah, just kidding, I'm over it. Please, to all of my fellow Floridians or anyone in the islands or anyone along the East Coast, the Carolinas, Georgia, everywhere, please stay safe. Hi guys, I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Tay Luna. Welcome. We do all kinds of fun spiritual videos on this channel. Today's video is gonna be a little bit different though, just because in case you guys live under a rock or haven't heard, there is a hurricane coming somewhere in Florida or along this coast. So in case you guys didn't know, I do live in Florida. I'm like an hour south of Tampa, so I am on the west coast, and it is on the east coast right now. The projections for hurricanes are constantly changing. It is almost impossible to like really track these storms. They're so unpredictable. So as of last night, it was supposed to be hitting around the east coast of Florida. And then this morning there was a new projection map that said that it was going to just kind of travel up the coast of Florida, possibly hitting the Carolinas. But either way, we are all basically in hurricane prep mode. If you live in Florida, it's kind of not like a huge deal. I mean, it is. It's very scary, but we just went through a hurricane a couple years ago, and it was my first time experiencing a hurricane since I had moved back to Florida, so I feel very confident now. Obviously, we're always preparing for the worst, but I wanted to share a couple things in this video today about the hurricane, about how I'm staying sustainable in this preparation mode. Today, I actually cleaned off my whole porch and went through and did all kinds of plant things, so I'm gonna put that footage in here and share that with you. And then I also wanted to touch on some notes that I wrote from the last hurricane. Hurricane Irma was in 2017, and it was supposed to be a direct hit to where I live, but we got very, very lucky. If you look at the map, there's actually, they say that the grounds of Sarasota have been blessed by like Indians, I think is what it was. All of the sand that's on Siesta Key is clear crystal quartz. So they say that our lands are blessed, and if you look at the hurricane maps of Irma when it came through over Sarasota, there was just this one heart of open space of no storm that was right on top of Sarasota, and there was just storm all around it. It was absolutely crazy. I will find the photo and share it with you. Obviously, not everyone gets that lucky, so we all have to be prepared, and I am sending all of my love and best wishes to everybody who will be affected, could be affected, and if anybody is traveling, please stay safe. So I guess first what I'll do is take you through my whole plant cleaning tour. I went outside and cleaned off my patio because the hurricane is coming. It could like just blow everything around all over the patio and break through the screens and stuff, and I live in an apartment, so obviously that can't happen. So I took the time today to clean off the little balcony, and then in my next vlog, when the hurricane stuff is all settled and, you know, gone, then we will be completely redecorating it together. I'm so excited. If you guys have any suggestions for decorating or maybe like things to get to help decorate it, let me know in the comments down below. Hello, sir. All right, so here's current state. Yeah. It's kind of a mess. This is all trash. That I need to post. That I need to clean. Random pillows. All kinds of shit. Shake. Good boy. Good boy. I just cleared some space on this counter so I can put all of my plants up here. Actually, I should probably I'm gonna get a towel. This is just in case any gross dirt water gets on my countertops, which really I don't care, but I don't want it to spill everywhere. I have carpet, so we don't want that. So I'm gonna put this up here just to keep it safe and go start grabbing my plants. are out here, I'm gonna clean them out a little bit. All right. This is fake. I'm gonna just put it in the closet. It looks so clean already. This guy has, what are they called? Mealy bugs on it. So I'm gonna just throw it away. As sad as that is, I'm gonna just do it. You can see one right here. That is a mealy bug. You don't want those to get on your other plants because it'll just kill them. Like this one's dying, so we'll just trash that. 'Tis my plant collection so far. Oops, sorry, baby. Just got soil all over him. I'll do a plant tour soon, but this one's insane. I did my last plant video in this shirt. Okay, this aloe plant needs some serious cleaning out, so let's do that. Much better. Last one. But I did break my fairy and I'm so sad. This cute little fairy was sitting in one of my plants and it just broke and I'm so sad. Oh, she's so cute. So I'm gonna keep the pieces and see if I can fix it, and if not, I'll just toss it. But I'm gonna try because it's one of my favorites. So I finally managed to completely clean off my balcony. It feels so good to just have it completely clean. It looks like I just moved in. It looks so much larger than it does with all of my freaking crap on it. So I'm really hoping to keep it clean, keep it more minimal. Maybe I will bring some of those plants inside and decorate with them inside. I do want to get a few more hangers and stuff like that. There's just hair all over me right now. Cute. I ended up throwing a bunch of stuff away. I ended up having a little Goodwill bag of just old pot plants and vases and stuff like that that I don't use anymore, so those will be donated. And then the closet that's on the side of my patio was basically a shove-all, yeah, just like a shove-all closet. It's like my Monica closet, but just during the hurricane. So I literally just shoved everything that I could in there. I shoved that little glass side table in there, my really large plant pots, my very large plant pots and vases. But yeah, it feels so nice. It's like a breath of fresh air. So now that we did a little bit of cleaning together, I wanted to share some sustainability tips with you guys, because during hurricane prep season, everyone goes apeshit, and it is like the most counterproductive, if you think about it, way to try and prepare for a natural disaster that is occurring because of the way that we're treating the planet. Does that make sense? Like totally counterproductive. And what I mean by that is the first thing that they will tell you when there's a hurricane coming, besides take everything off of your porch, is get water. Okay? And that's obvious. We all need water to live. Hey, in case you're new here. But there is absolutely no reason for us to need to go to the grocery store and buy big packets of plastic water bottles that are wrapped in plastic wrap that are just gonna get thrown away after the whole hurricane is over. There is no need for that. So I wanted to share a couple different tips with you guys, and even if you don't have hurricanes in your area, I would totally use these to stray away from using plastic water bottles, the one-use ones. Get yourself some reusable ones. So one of the most obvious things to do is, instead of buying plastic water bottles that you're gonna throw away, go into your kitchen and fill up as many of the reusable water bottles that you have. Just fill them up with the tap water in your house, or your filtered water, whatever it is, fill them up. My mom will also take any large Tupperware that we have and fill it with water. They now have 2 dogs at their house and I now have 1 at mine, so we're gonna need to make sure that we have a lot of water for 5 people and 3 dogs. So fill up those big Tupperwares, those big bowls that you have, fill them up with water. And then one of the last things you can do is a little more extreme, but like I said, we have 3 dogs and 5 people, so if we really were impacted by this hurricane, this could be like a matter of life and death. Go into your bathroom and completely clean out your bathtub and everything around it and fill it with water, and you can use that water throughout the duration of your storm time. Just make sure you clean it very well, that's all. And yeah, you can use that water to clean yourself, to brush your teeth, to not feed your dogs, but let your dogs drink water and stuff like that. And then you can drink the water that you have saved in the fridge in your cups, and you're not wasting any plastic. Amazing. It's literally not hard. And if you think about it, you guys, okay, we're gonna vent for a second. Sustainability rant with Tayluna. So in Florida, we have the natural springs. I'm sure you guys have heard of them. There are springs all over the place, but in Florida, there's a couple that are a few hours north of here called Ginny Springs. And it's just this string of different natural springs all along one river. It's absolutely beautiful. And Nestle decided that they're gonna start pumping millions of gallons of our fresh water out of our springs to produce more fucking water bottles, you guys. Do you realize that when you're purchasing plastic water bottles at the grocery store, you're not buying water, you're buying plastic to throw away? It is destroying one of the most beautiful natural springs in Florida, and I'm sure many, many, many more all over the country, all over the globe. It's so, so sad. I'm gonna put pictures of the springs up here so you guys can see and think about the little kids that have all those beautiful memories with their family growing up on the springs, and eventually they're gonna be completely drained. Just wanted to share that with you. And another thing, if you really don't have, if you're tap water at home, or if you have well water and you don't have a filter, take your cups with you to restaurants and have them fill them for you. So now that I'm done venting about the whole water situation, another thing to remember with the whole hurricane preparation happening is that just because a hurricane's coming, and yes, we need to be prepared and we need to be safe and have all of our supplies, that doesn't change the way our actions impact the earth. That goes for the water thing we just talked about. That goes for all of this gas that people are buying. Just because I'm sure a lot of you don't know what this experience is like. If you are in a town that's preparing for a hurricane, you're gonna go to the store and there's gonna be absolutely nothing in stock all the time. Nothing. You're gonna be waiting in long, 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 long lines and fighting over like 3 packages of items. It's just kind of a shit show, but demand is high. We all need to survive. I get it. So there's that. There's also the gas issue. We have some people who want to or have to evacuate Florida, so they need to have enough gas to be able to travel north. Then there's the people who don't evacuate that feel the need to go to the gas station and take their big trucks with them, and in the back of their truck they'll put like 30 million of those little gas containers. It's so rude and selfish to do that. It makes me want to just throw a match at your car, to be completely honest. Don't do that. You don't need that. Get what you need and nothing more. We all need to share. Use your reusable shopping bags. You know, like the circumstance, nothing changes because a hurricane's coming, and I think people really forget about that. Obviously, most people aren't as like concerned about the Earth's well-being as, you know, people like us are. But hopefully making these videos and talking about it and constantly posting stuff like this on my Facebook page will get the idea across that like you literally do not have to destroy your planet to function properly. You just have to change your habits a little bit. So the only thing that I have left to do is basically get dog food for Blue and some treats and stuff like that. So we're gonna be staying at my parents' house. They live about 20 minutes north of me. So I'm just gonna have my apartment kind of completely clean and on lockdown. And of course it's an apartment, so they're being looked after, but I don't wanna be here alone. So I'm gonna be with my family with Blue. We're gonna get him enough food. I'm trying to figure out where I can get dog food in bulk and start getting, my mom has this big plastic Tupperware that she uses, but she orders her food online, so it still creates waste. I do end up actually reusing all of the packaging from it, so the only thing that she throws away is the actual food bag. We're getting it down to a science. We're figuring it out. So if you guys have any suggestions for places to get more sustainable dog products, dog food, treats, toys, stuff like that, I would really, really appreciate it. So that's kind of where we're at right now with preparation for this hurricane coming. And I definitely will be doing some kind of like storm Reiki healing, distance Reiki healing. So maybe I'll do a video on that sometime soon. Let me know if you guys would want to see that. To just try and keep the energy good, try and keep everybody safe. So the last thing that I wanted to do in this video is, and I'm sorry that I'm talking your ear off, I just wanted to kind of keep you guys informed. I posted on my YouTube community tab yesterday that I would be posting this, talking about the hurricane, and that everything will kind of be going back to normal after this subsides. Obviously, it's kind of a big deal. So if you remember a couple years ago, we had Hurricane Irma come through like I talked about, and it was supposed to be a direct hit. And we put our shutters up on the house, which are these big metal sheets that look like little accordions, and you're basically trapped in your own house. There's like no sunlight, and then when you go outside, like when I have to go walk my dogs, because you can't just let them out in the yard during a storm, that's super not a good idea. But when you go outside to like take them for a walk to pee, it literally looks like the purge is happening. Everyone has their shutters up, or if they didn't have shutters, come with their house because it was built a long time ago. They have, you know, wood all over. It is just crazy. So you really can't do a whole lot. There is a legal curfew, so when there's a storm, if you're not evacuating, you legally have to be in your house by a certain time when the storm comes. So you kind of really have to keep yourself occupied in your own home. And one of the things that I did during Hurricane Irma was do some research about what the hurricane means in a more spiritual way. I have this long 3-page situation from Hurricane Irma. I'm gonna go ahead and do a post about this on my Instagram page as well, which if you want more current updates with the hurricane, follow me on Instagram. I will be keeping you all posted there. But I just wanted to share with you guys some of the things that some of the things that I wrote during the hurricane last time. I just read it for the first time in 2 years this morning, and it kind of blew me away. So Hurricane Irma, the name Irma is, it's a German name, and it comes from the German word ermine, and I'm probably saying that totally wrong, I apologize. But it translates roughly to war goddess, and in numerology it gives the numbers 1 and 5. An aspect of nature with the right to choose for ourselves, we take accountability for our actions and choices. We take accountability for the imbalances that we create. So in a way, that's what this storm is doing. When nature takes an expression, we accept it as her work towards balance. So like we've been talking about, obviously we as human beings and other things that we cannot control, the earth is suffering right now. It is doing rough. And I think having storms and natural disasters like this is a way for the earth, for Mother Nature, to kind of bounce back a little bit, to kind of even out the playing field, balance the energy, because we are hurting it, now it's hurting us. The next thing that I wrote is we create and destroy like Shiva and Shakti. So it's literally the same kind of concept. Good or bad, everything has a consequence. The law of karma, cause and effect. The difference between good and bad is a judgment from the finite mind of man. The universal source does not judge. To the infinite, it is all pure energy manifesting into creation. I love that. That gives me chills. It is not about the specific events that happen to us, but rather how we evolve from them. Irma is an incredible expression of nature, teaching us a few important lessons about our human experience. And these are those things that I thought the hurricane was teaching us. Non-attachment, or in Sanskrit, I cannot say the word, so I'm gonna put it up on the screen for you. But it means in English, non-attachment. Know thyself beyond what we perceive. We're too attached to things and personify with those things. When they're ripped away from us, we freak out, not knowing who we really are. We are nothing and everything simultaneously. The next lesson from Hurricane Irma is ahimsa, do no harm. Love, understanding, and compassion. Mother Earth creates disaster to bring humanity together or cause self-destruction. This is a balance thing. See, it's putting that storm out there to see how we respond to it. How we approach our differences or choose to see our commonalities and unite determines the outcome. The next one is self-awareness. Is it svadhyaya? Svadhyaya? That's probably not very good. Self-awareness. If we understand the smallest unit, we begin to understand the larger unit. Understanding takes many lifetimes, so we progressively gain understanding of nothing and everything simultaneously. I love that. So some questions to reflect on the storm, and you guys can answer these in your own notebook and let me know in the comments what your response was. You can DM me your response. You can just journal it if you want. But here are some questions to ponder. How will you react or choose mindfully to react? What will this aspect of nature be for you? Will it be a time for self-reflection? It is a time to see humanity unite, remembering that we are all part of the greater force that sees creation and destruction as equal. Remember, it's all a cycle, and so both are equally as necessary, and I just love that reminder. Everything grows, then transforms back into itself, the law of nature. So I wanted to also pull some archetypes out of the storm, and it goes a little bit more into the Hindu philosophy that we were talking about. So Kali, the goddess of destruction and disillusion, known for destroying ignorance, she helps those who strive for knowledge of God. So Kali, she represents the destruction that's happening. She's kind of clearing the way, in a way. Then there's Gaia. We have Mother Earth or Mother Nature. She personifies the entire ecosystem of planet Earth. Mother Nature is always working to achieve and maintain harmony, wholeness, and balance within the environment. Mother Nature heals, nurtures, and supports all life, and ultimately all life and health depends on her. Sorry if the camera angle changed at all. My SD card got full, so I'm gonna just keep going. We just finished up with Gaia. In time, nature heals all ills. The way of Mother Gaia is the passive feminine yin way of healing. To regain our health, we must return to the bosom of Mother Nature and live in accordance with her laws. We must treat Mother Earth with respect and appreciation, otherwise things will fall out of balance when Gaia gets upset. Hence, natural disasters. Live in balance with Mother Nature, and health and healing are yours. And I finished off my little spiritual note-taking with a quote that says, "When the winds blow and the rain falls, become the eye in your personal hurricane. Seek the soul connection within and experience the infinite peace that knows no end, knowing that everything will work out as it should." David Nova. I just wanted to share this with you, and I know I'm not giving it a lot of context because I kind of want you guys to take it as you will and maybe leave a comment down below and let me know what your interpretation of any of these things are, or just what resonated with you. But I believe so strongly in karma and in the way that we act obviously affects other things, but I also think that it's equal. We are doing all of these things to the earth, and the earth knows it, and the earth is going to voice, you know, and the earth is going to speak up in any way that it can, and that is natural disasters. So I just thought it was really interesting to kind of look back on this. I haven't read it since the hurricane 2 years ago, and as soon as all of the news started coming out about a hurricane coming up, a lot of things in my personal life started happening, started falling apart. I started feeling energies that I haven't really felt about people before, and I wasn't really sure how to work through them, what it means. So I know that this is a huge transformational period for me and for, I'm sure, a lot of people. I'll probably spend a lot of time reading into the astrology right now, but I'm also grateful at the same time because having all of this happen, it's a very loud and powerful message that it's time to change things, and you know, that time that we will have during the storm. I'd say anywhere from like 2 to 3, 4 days is usually how long you're kind of stuck in your house when the storm is coming and going. And also after the storm passes, they urge you to not leave your house or go anywhere because of down power lines and just other safety things. So I will be taking a lot of that time to dive in, go internal, start just interpreting things in a different light maybe now, and seeing what this big energy shift means in my personal life. And I hope that you guys will do the same exact thing, even if the hurricane has nothing to do with you at all. It's still happening. The energy is still very, very present and prominent all over the globe. So take some time this weekend or early next week to really go internal, maybe do a little meditation, do some journaling. You can answer those questions that I said earlier. That is everything that I wrote for last year. I will be doing a post on Instagram updating some of these thoughts from last year with the storm coming now. So if you're interested to hear my spiritual take on this particular hurricane coming, definitely follow me on Instagram at Tayluna. Subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it. Please, to all of my fellow Floridians or anyone in the islands or anyone along the East Coast, the Carolinas, Georgia, everywhere, please stay safe. I'm sending you all of my love, all of the strength and healing is coming your way. Like I said, I'll be doing some distance Reiki during the hurricane, so I will be sending all of my love to you. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this is very different than my normal video. I'm just very distracted right now by everything happening. I didn't feel like I could sit down and kind of do a normal video, so I promise we'll be getting back into the normal things coming up next week or the week after, depending on what happens. So yeah, just keep everyone involved in this hurricane in your prayers and your thoughts. Send all the Reiki healing. I love you to the moon and back, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.